When we are born, we come online with the help of our parents. They shine light of consciousness from their eyes to our eyes. They bring us online. They bring light into us. They shine light from their eyes, because our eyes are not only receiving light, our eyes are also emitting light. You know how they say that a particle is a wave until it's observed by an intelligence. So whenever you're looking at somebody, you're changing them. You're shining your light, your energy of your inner map, inner landscape. You're sharing a little bit of your essence. You know how they say with one candle you can light an infinite amount of other candles without extinguishing this one? Well, that's how it works. This is one of the reasons why people are struggling to maintain any sort of semblance or resemblance of eye contact in today's world, because this means somebody's going to enlighten you. Somebody's going to share a little bit of their light with you, and you are sort of expected to share light with them, to meet on the same level of clarity. And I've realized that there's a distinct difference, a slight but distinct difference between expecting a level of clarity from somebody and offering a level of clarity to somebody and then letting them rise to the occasion. So if you go walking around with your light shining and dazzling everyone, then everybody's going to get blinded. They're going to be, you know, like, get that flashlight out of my eyes. However, if you are walking around offering your warm light, meaning you're looking people in the eyes, yet it's not, how they say in the Tao, the sage lightens but does not dazzle. He is pointy but does not pierce. He is sharp but he does not cut. So you are the one that has to get impaled on my spikes. So I'm edgy, I'm sharp. Only for those who are looking for edges, those are going to get impaled. Only for those who are seeking to stay in darkness will become blind from my light, because they want darkness. They're going to seek intensity and extreme. They're going to get blinded by the light, and they're going to get the darkness. They're going to get an excuse to stay in the darkness. Oh, the light is too strong. For those who want guiding light, the same light is going to feel different. Yet it all depends on how you share the light. Are you sharing the light with delight? Or are you sharing the light with, oh, look at all my light. Look at all my clarity. Look how enlightened I am. Look how spiritual I am. Look at all the things that I know. Look at how much more clear in my mind I am than all of you. And of course, there's a part of me. Anyone that goes through any sort of spiritual awakening, destroying the ego, well, guess what? There's a spiritual ego after that. And layers and layers and layers of it. So it has been, and some of it still remains in me. This video is one of the results of maybe one of the layers of my spiritual ego connecting with, you know, asking people to meet me, like, why isn't anyone looking anyone in the eyes? And then when I meditated on it, when I reflected on my energy from my vision, when I reflected on many things concerning humanity, I came up with the thing about babies. And then you can tell that children, if they didn't have enough eye contact with parents, very soon they become, you know, looking at the floor, looking at the phone, finding ways. They cannot be present because nobody was present with them. Nobody showed them that eye contact can be pleasant, that real intimacy is possible in this life. Of course, we're going to evade because the eyes have so much muscles, so much fascia, so much a potential and capacity to store emotions and also store trauma. And our eyes, so our eyes, our mouth, our hands are the most expressive communication tools that we have, and they have the most nerve endings of all the other things in this life, in this body. So these have the potential and capacity to express the most beautiful emotions with the most amazing intensity, and to receive love and to give. And with this, we connect to each other. We read each other's lips. We read each other's views and gaze and eyes. We read each other's hand gestures. Well, the gestures of the whole body, but this is the control stick, and this is the interface on your face. The facial expressions of the fascia facial expressions, and the tongue as well. Primary communication nerve endings. So the tongue holds a ton of trauma. Eyes hold a ton of trauma. If you've been raised in environments where you were scolded for seeing things that other people were trying to hide, like in my last videos about scapegoating and being the pattern breaker and being the one that reveals all the dirty stuff of the family, all the skeletons in the closet, you're gonna have trauma from looking at things, because looking at things ended up being, why are you uncovering all this dirt under our rugs, metaphorically? Or, you know, people nowadays get triggered. What are you looking at? What are you looking at, you know? And then you just got to go, well, nothing, sorry, nothing. Sorry for potentially seeking basic human decent connection, you know? I'm sorry that this is such a luxury in today's world where the phone is easier and more attractive than other human intimate eyes connection. I understand, guys, I understand. Please, I can only try to give two sides of all this. You're the ones who can get offended or look at all my stuff that I say that is perhaps not PG, or, you know, like seem like judgment. It's me saying raw truths packed in some dark humor. This is my other side. I'm a jester sage. I'm a trickster sage. So the sage, spiritual guide is one part, and then the trickster, jester, fool, the court fool, the only one who can provoke the king. Because you can provoke me all night long, all day long. I've taken all of it. I know there's no surprises with what you can say to me that I'm like what? We're playing that game, and it's not competitive. It's just that humor needs to be a big part of everything, even when we're talking about difficult subjects. Because why not? Why not? I really appreciate dark humor. I appreciate Louis C.K., Bill Hicks, Bill Burr, Tom Segura, all those old school guys, old school dark comedy that has a lot of social criticism in it, a lot of critical thinking, because nowadays the only way to get real news and real raw truth about the human condition is to listen to stand-up comedy, because that's the only way it is allowed. The only way truth is allowed is in the form of jokes. So the people are like, is that serious or not? Is that serious? Or is it? You know, if it's facts, then you can get fact checked. If you're joking, nobody can say, is this joke true? Because it's a joke. And this is kind of like a segue into kind of leading everyone into whenever you're watching stand-up comedy of any kind, and when you're listening to my stuff also, you got to know that some things are not true. You're going to know which things are true, and hopefully you're going to feel which things are humor. I hope you guys learn that, because it's a skill, you know. I want to be, and it's a skill that gets also locked into your eyes. So how does it get locked into your eyes? Is because if you have a lot of eyes locked into trauma to, for example, seek only danger, you're going to walk around with scary eyes and you're going to find only danger. If you program your eyes and say, today I'm going to look for the funny in everything, and you walk around and in every single thing you see, you seek and look and like, what's funny in this? What's funny in that? Today I'm a rascal. What's funny in that? You reprogram your eyes, they become curious child eyes that look around and look for humor. If you think you're in danger, look for where the danger is. If you're just chilling, look around. Program your eyes. And when you're connecting with others, be the one. If you're here on my channel, you are one to bring light. You are a light bringer, light bearer like me. Light worker, if you wish. An enlightened being. There's no big philosophy behind this. Somebody who's enlightened, it just means that they have a lot of clarity about this, what it means to be alive, you know? What is their purpose? What is their inner authority? What are people actually like? What is life actually like? Enlightened is just basically the opposite of living in an illusion. And we live in an illusion if we are conditioned by everything, society, parents, everything that I oppose and talk about that needs to be deconditioned on a person. So if you feel like you resonate with my light by being here, you are actually sharing your light with my clarity, my consciousness field. That means you're a light bringer like me. That doesn't mean that none of you can become this. Everybody's that in more or less of a capacity, just depending on how big your radar is. And you can expand your radar, like I said, by giving people light. So look people in the eyes when you're walking down the streets, when you're interacting with people. Don't look at your phone, don't look down, don't squirm left and right. Practice and train yourself to look them in the eyes and overcome first your own fear, overcome your own aggression that's going to come out, and it will come out. Overcome your sadness when it comes out, and it will come out. Overcome any emotion and accept any emotion that comes when you're actually interacting intimately with another person and sharing your light, and they're sharing their light with you. This is why people are afraid. It's because when you have this sort of a connection, you, who you truly are, comes out, because we become mirrors of each other. And the other person also becomes who they truly are, because when somebody is always observing you, you're going to have your little tics. You're going to breathe a whole cycle. Your emotions are going to cycle. Your energy is going to cycle, and somebody is looking at it. So you can either pretend, but we can pretend only for so long. That's why we say that somebody only gets to know you when they start living with you, when they find out all of your cycles, what you feel like to them in all parts of the day and week and year and month. So you can share light, but not dazzle. Do not dazzle, but share your warm light to those who can accept it. And sort of keep people, put up a standard of clarity with your eyes when you're connecting with people, interacting with them. Put up a standard that you wish to be respected at, and then let them meet you. Don't demand it. Allow people to meet you there. Show them that your light is warm. Show them that they can look you in the eyes and you will not flinch first. So be like a fighter. How does a martial art fighter, how do martial arts fighters not flinch expecting punches? It's because they're expecting to get hit. You know, they're standing there with their fists up. They're gonna defend, but there's a part of them that expects to get some damage. And that's why they're looking at the punch as it comes in, because some of those are gonna get you. So the same is coming at people, and I'm not saying coming at people. I'm saying looking at them without fear, or with courage, because there's going to be fear. It is by not dodging, but holding your light, embracing their light with your light, or embracing their shadow with your light, until they get clear. Most of why people are reactive to each other is because when they meet, when I meet you, for example, and I'm in my clear mode, and you're in your illusion mode, for the first 5-10 minutes, the only thing that's happening is your fog is getting cleared by my light. And in that moment, in those 5 to 10 minutes, a lot of emotions can come up. People can get reactive, angry, aggressive, bitter, cry, all the things if they want to stay in the conversation. So just accept that the first 5 to 10 minutes is always the buffering of your consciousness with another. And if you're on this channel, you hold enough clarity and presence that you can be the one that they mimic instead of you mimicking them. That's it. If you need help, assistance, and direct guidance about how to practice and embody any of the things that I speak about in my video, all of these are superpowers and I can train you. You, your whole relationship and marriage, your family, your kids. I'm especially here for highly sensitive people, neurodivergence, autistic spectrum, ADHD, bipolar, anyone that is unexplainable by medical science, by doctors, by therapists. You've tried everything. Nobody understands you. You don't know how to use your energy. You've been exiled from all the places, every group, everything. How do you use your energy where nobody can explain you? I can help you explain you in very beautiful terms using human design and a lot of other systems from everything that I've practiced with many of my clients, many of groups. Come on my live sessions to ask questions. iCreateLines.com is the website if you wish to send an email inquiry to set up coaching calls, mentoring calls, therapy calls. Get my audio courses on Insight Timer, listen to them. Live events on Insight Timer, description in the profile, and donate through my PayPal also in the description. Subscribe, like, leave a comment below about, let's say, any story you have connected to this video or anything you like. You know, it's an open World Wide Web out there, and you can weave whatever you want in that web. All right, little turtles, look at each other with warmth, but don't dazzle. Stay a rascal.